There and Billy Ways, who are other members of the crew. Let's go and talk. Ben's a bit camera shy, so we'll quickly bypass him with a quick wave. Billy talks a lot, so we won't stick around too long. And this is Mark and Billy, members of the crew.
How do you? How are you doing?
Right, let's go and have a look on the field then, and try and recreate that moment yesterday that we lost with no audio. Oh, I've got bare feet. A little bit short there.
Bear with it.
Bear with it. Yeah, this is a Fat Moon crew setting up here. Yeah, this is the space that we created. We only had this here yesterday, the fire pit area, and the logs that we dragged out of the wood on Saturday afternoon. Down here on the left, this is Dill's crew, Planet Zog from Sheffield. Okay, let's go and have a closer inspection at Dill's crew. They've been here a bit longer and got a bit further on with the setting up. Yeah, we're just doing roving interviews with people setting up. That's Dill over there, who's been a real diamond in all this.
So what have we got here? What's this? The what?
Garma sound system.
Garma sound system.
Another one of them. This is Dill Zog from Planet Zog at Sheffield. And members of his crew I haven't been introduced to yet, but I'm sure we'll get to know over the weekend. Look like solid chaps. Hello. So is this your girlfriend, Dill?
Monkey face.
Right. So we might be coming back for some more monkey faces. So now we're walking to the top of the hill, where we'll have a marvellous vista, looking out over the three peaks over in North Yorkshire, in that direction. And if we walk slightly over here, we need to get to the edge of the trees. We can actually see Pendle Hill, but maybe we'll save that for a moment or two. This is sort of modelled slightly on Thornborough Henge with the banks of earth sods round where they're cut out of the fire pit, and the logs that we've somebody's put some, I think Ben might have put the stones round this morning. I think that was one of Warwick's jobs for him. No, we're not going to get Pendle Hill in apart from these caravans. There's a marquee I've set up for the healing area already over there that's blown over this afternoon. Oh, there's a lot of wind across this field. Once we put the top up, the roof of the marquee in, we're trying to hold it down so we could tie it round the frame, and it just took the fucking lot over, nearly squashing Ben in the process. Well, the first time I had a problem with it, first time I put it up at Pendle Witch Camp, it blew over and nearly broke somebody's wrist, but I've got an idea for it anyway. We're going to try lash a rope over the top and spike it into the ground. It's one of them marquees you'd put up without guy ropes, it's just a carport kind of thing. So we've got a bit of a view of Pendle Hill over here between them. Now, I'd like to get in just a bit. Yeah, a few hours working that. Ruined by cows yesterday morning. Bovine bastards shiting all over. The farmer has been and mowed the grass and made an attempt at dispersing the cow parts without a great deal of success. Am I walking too quickly?
Yeah.
Right, I'll slow my movements down to a more video kind of motion. So that's where we sat round having a pizza by the fire last night after we got back from the pub. Well, we were originally looking to create a centrepiece for the festival, and a stone circle would have been nice, but logistics, time, money, stones prevent us doing that really. So the fire's going to be the centre spot, and we just thought it'd be nice to get a wood ends. There's a wood there, and we've chopped up some big logs and created a nice little circle in the middle. So Warwick actually wanted them sticking up as posts, and I did, but the actual ground to dig that out took us all afternoon to create the fire pit. It's that hard as the ground with stones just underneath the surface. So we shouldn't have any problem with getting bogged down if it rains, which I think it's forecast to do tomorrow. although the wind started freshening today, it's been very breezy. They're ramping up at the moment. Last week we'd sold about 300. We only hit break-even point yesterday. Yeah, so we hit break-even point yesterday. By the end of yesterday we were 14 quid in profit. Well, obviously we might need to spend possibly a bit more. And we've sold another 40 tickets today maybe, so it's really sad. I think we'll possibly be getting up to maybe 1,000 people here, certainly about 800 by the time people have turned up and paid on the gate. We're only actually licensed for 500, I don't think anybody will notice. The actual ticket sales are possibly reaching about 400 now. Some of them are youth and child tickets. But yeah, we've sold around about 400 tickets, and there's probably about 200 or so people turning up that's just put it on the festival. So there's definitely going to be 600 here. Shall we move on to Weirdigans?
Yes.
Well, Warwick's weirding out in Weirdigans. We're approaching Warwick, the other organiser, in his fancy pink shorts. This is Emma, one of the proprietors of Weirdigans, talking to Warwick. We can see Boaty Dave's belly underneath. Oh, hello, Boaty Dave.
Oh, hello.
Well, there's not many more of them about yet, and still a few hours work to go, and cakes to bake. That's Warwick, he's an organiser. Similar to myself.
I thought it were a bit girly, so I had to change it.
Who's Eric Blackcore?
Well, I was wondering that.
Don't worry, no, if you can't. Alright, sorry about dog situation. Okay then. Alright Josh, see you later mate, bye.
Oh, right, yeah. I was going to say, that's a good number, isn't it? It's like, don't council, it's alright, she goes to Cooloo.
No, councilwoman seems to be into it herself, you know, and I've said, why don't you come on Saturday and
Invite her down for a sesh, yeah.
Well, I've said, you know, she's going to have a, she said,
give her a cup of tea.
Oh, she's environmental health, so she's more bothered about noise, and she's a bit, she knows we're going to exceed the license.
Well, she should get into her environment a bit more then, really. Celebrate it, you know.
Yeah. She said these other two dudes might be a bit hard work.
Alright, fair dues. So, we'll all sit around and smile. Yeah. What else can you do?
Give us an example of a smile.
Council smile.
Council smiles. Hello, Mr. Council person.
Right. I've lost Warwick, but never mind. That's not. This is Runic John's Shamanic Apothecary.
You can do a quick interview, sir, but I must say that we're the energy that we had at the start of the day in putting together the apothecary has declined somewhat and led to food. Therefore, we don't have our fantastic pungent potions and shamanic healers out yet.
Jolly good.
But you can interview as much as you want.
Hi. Hi, I'm interviewing John. No, John is great guy. I'm glad he's here. He's did the opening ceremony for us at Pendle Witch campus here.
I did.
And you created a flaming cross, didn't you, that burned itself into the
Large
field.
sun wheel that burned, tattooed in the field.
Yeah.
Yes. Forever.
Yes, and we're going to get that photograph for that on the website next year.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some good, my mate went around and took some really good photographs.
There's some nice bits in it as well, actually. People have put like pictures of people and little objects and things like that all inside the wheel.
I never noticed
Did you
that.
see that? Because I got some photos of them. But
Yeah.
like, there's like a picture of someone's parents, like, who's obviously been doing some magic within the circle there.
Right.
And there's a few little objects and crystals and strings and small hand-carved elephants or something.
Votive offering.
Absolutely votive offering, sir. Yes, indeed, to the sun. Yes. Cool.
Great interview.